You can catch me in the cherry red 150. Ooh. Got the grizzly locked in the stizzy. Pop the glizzy doing 60 down a one wizzy. Drunk pissy, trying to cruise through the avenue.
Salute, salute, salute. YouTube world, YouTube world, YouTube world, man. Salute to everybody out there. Just a real quick video, man, because I do like to clarify. Sometimes, we come on these video platforms and you only limited to a certain amount of time. And sometimes you can't nail down every single point that you make. You know what I'm saying? So just to add some clarity to what I had to say in regards to Tyson Fury, doing his interview on IFL TV and saying that, he might be fighting Deontay Wilder next. He might be fighting Mike Tyson. He might be fighting Fred Flintstone. Or he wants to fight Anthony Joshua, but at the same time, he's not going to have a date. Okay, everything that he said he stopped training. He said he was training and training. And then, he got to a point now where he stopped training. He's drinking 12 pints a day. And all of that stuff right there, like I said, I figured that was, to me, skullduggery. To me, it looked like he's still training every day. I doubt that he's drinking. If he is, that's idiotic, and that's contrary to his own background as far as him having issues with alcohol abuse, drug abuse, depression, and suicidal thoughts and things like that. But I just really don't think he's going back to drinking. To me, he was being tongue-in-cheek, being facetious, and he was basically trying to do a sleight of hand technique, smoke and mirrors. I'm gonna tell you one thing, do another thing type of situation where you don't know what I'm saying if it's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna do that. Now I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna do this, and you think I'm gonna do this, but you know what I'm saying. It's one of those things where I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna do this. You believe me, I do something different. Now you don't know what to believe when I say something, so I'm gonna fake you out and say I'm not gonna do this. Just like how he did Deontay Wilder. He came out and told the whole world, when I fight Deontay Wilder, I'm coming straight forward. I'm gonna, go for the knockout. I'm not gonna box him. I'm gonna go in there and brawl him. And the whole world figured he was gonna walk straight into a right hand and get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And they figured that he was gonna go in there and box, if anything. And he did what he said he was gonna do. Because a lot of times he does the opposite of what he says. So you never know. You gotta, if somebody's trying to be that wily and trying to psych you out all the time, you just take what they say with a grain of salt. And what he's doing now, when he sat down and do an interview, I just can't take what he says and feel like he's manipulating the situation to try to get some kind of leverage. You know what I'm saying? But to clarify what I say, because he gonna say what he gonna say, you know what I mean? And people gonna think what they gonna think. But to clarify what I say, when it comes to Anthony Joshua, right now I really believe Anthony Joshua really wants that fight right now with Tyson Fury, more than Tyson Fury wants to fight with Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? I believe that's just kind of common sense. Anthony Joshua has that momentum behind him coming off of 2 victories, and he's fought more recently. He just knocked out, Kubrat Pulev. He has the momentum. He's been training. He's, mentally and physically right now, he's harmonized. Tyson Fury, on the other hand, I feel like Tyson Fury doesn't want to fight with Anthony Joshua right now. I think he do want to fight him in the future, but I think at the end of the day, he would rather have a tune-up fight. You know what I'm saying? He would rather have a tune-up fight in the meantime, because it's been the first thing they said when they sat down was, I haven't seen you in a year. They kept trying to specify it's been a year time since, he's been in the ring. And then he said, sparring is not fighting in the ring. We all know that. And then contradicting in the same breath, he said, I'm the exception to the rule. I don't need to be, having fights. I can come in cold. I can come in without being active. I can come in off of a layoff and still have the greatest performance. you know, pretty much saying nobody knows how to beat me, nobody can beat me. So he contradicted himself in his own conversation within a 10-minute, 10-minute interview. He said one thing and said another thing that was in direct contrast. So that's why I said, like, I'm not going to make a bunch of videos based off of a 15-minute interview that he did and come up with all these, 20-minute, 30-minute, 15-minute videos on my own platform. I'm just going to keep it nice and tight. I feel like Tyson Fury, sprinkled in a little bit of truth with a little bit of skullduggery, you know what I'm saying? But my ultimate analysis is he wants a tune-up fight. He wants to fight another fight before he goes in there and fight Anthony Joshua. Or else he doesn't want to fight Anthony Joshua at all. If he can't get a tune-up fight, he's not saying this, but this is what I got out of it. He wants a tune-up fight, but he wants to fight Anthony Joshua based off of his performance in a tune-up fight. You know what I'm saying? And if it's a tune-up fight, it could be whoever. It could be a Deontay Wilder. It could be a Fred Flintstone. It could be a Mike Tyson. But ultimately, he needs a tune-up before he goes in to lock horns with Anthony Joshua, who's fresh off of a knockout against Kobret Pulev. But like I said, I'm not going to come down hard on Tyson Fury nor Anthony Joshua at this point in time, because the way things are right now, I'm just appreciating the fact that some things are still being held together. Some people are still being able to find a way to create magic and make it happen. Canelo Alvarez right now is on the tear. You know what I'm saying? We just had Chocolatito versus Estrada, and salute to Estrada for, being able to pull out that victory. That was a close fight, man. That looked like it was just, rock'em sock'em robots, back and forth action nonstop. But I also got to say this one thing before I close out this video, because I always say how precious time is, and we lose valuable people and precious people every single day. And of course, I really didn't want to touch on this topic, but Marvelous Marvin Hagler, rest in peace. I'm looking at a sign right now that has hope in lights going up a pole. HOPE, going down a pole in bright lights. So, my prayers go out to his family, but he was an inspiration, without being, you don't even have to say it. Like, he was an inspiration. I wouldn't be who I am to this day, who I am as a man, if it wasn't for an inspiration such as a Marvelous Hagler. Just his visual, just his visual alone, man. The ball, he was to me, he was an inspiration just seeing him train and seeing him fight and listening to his philosophy on the fight game. Just him training, period, to me, captivate the idea of how every man should live. Like, the mentality of a warrior, the mentality of a fighter, the mentality of somebody that's want to stay sharp at all times. You know what I'm saying? You want guys like that to live forever, but that's just not how it is. But he lives forever in his legacy. Like, my inspirations growing up, was, Bruce Lee. He's gone. Marvelous Marvin Hagler was another inspiration in my whole idea of fitness and training. He's now passed away. Ultimate Warrior was another idyllic, person that I just, when I was a kid, looked at Ultimate Warrior like that's the ultimate goal, is to be like the Ultimate Warrior. He's passed away. When it comes to fitness, the last guy that I looked up to growing up as a fitness guy and as a, training and everything like that and being successful in life is Arnold Schwarzenegger. If Arnold Schwarzenegger passes away, then, I lost all my childhood figures of, training and staying fit and, just people that had inspirational things to be successful in life that transcend outside of the sport and make it to do other things that just, the world is too small to contain. So you got to pass away and you got to go out there into the stratosphere and the universe. So God rest his soul. He's going to inspire millions of people now that he's passed away. And that's all I wanted to say. I'm not going to touch on him too deep because I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? That's everything he did speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. So salute to Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Salute to the all the modern day gladiators, and salute to everybody out there that's watching this video, that's waking up and doing something that's adding some value to the game. That's all I got for y'all today. I'm done. Salute from Nocturnal Thoughts. Peace. I'm out.